All right, ladies and gentlemen, join me in welcoming Mrs. Sumitra Madhyaragan. She has been a very successful entrepreneur already. Now that she has come into the GFI Growth Foundation International Forum, she has implemented all the business scale-up bootcamp modules, and she is now officially one of the initial members who get to this Hall of Fame award. Who gets the Hall of Fame award is members who are able to achieve some outstanding results. We are awarding her with this Hall of Fame title because she has taken all the necessary steps to bring her system, to bring her business into the right systems. And she is right now marching towards what we call in our style as autopilot mode. Fantastic, Mrs. Sumitra. Thank you so much for that. We give you great congratulations from the GFI team. So tell us a little
Thank
bit
you
about.
very much.
Awesome. Tell us a little bit about yourself, your business, and what you do.
We are running a retail firm which deals with home appliances, furniture, and vessels, all under one roof. This firm was started in the year 2008, and it's me and my partner, my husband, who's taking care of the whole thing. It's a sole proprietorship firm. We do have three different GSTs to split the IT, but it is all under one roof. So I take care of the accounts specifically, and my husband does the purchase and sales and the rest of the things. We work together.
Awesome. Great. Partnership starts from home is what we normally say. Fantastic. Very nice to hear that from you. And tell us about the GFI journey. After you come into, like you've been into this traditional business setup, like you've been having multiple businesses all under one roof and multiple verticals for your business as well. So after coming into GFI, what do you think was so different about the GFI journey, or what changed after that?
There are about an endless list to name, but then first let me tell you, it gives a real clear roadmap of how to take the organization to the next level. It gives a lot of confidence, and I've been introduced to new technical terms of how an MBA student will go about with all the KPI, SWOT, SSG, SCT, and all that. It was all new to me, so I really wanted to implement all this. I took a lot of efforts to learn it through your BSB module, and I'm implementing it. So as you said, I'm taking action rather than reading up the whole thing and leaving it behind.
Fantastic. We actually have this thing called Action Taker of the Week award. So we can also know that you have been one of the winners during those weeks initially for taking action as well. Definitely, again, what we've shown you is only a system. It works. The system works. It's a roadmap. But you have taken up upon yourself to actually go ahead and implement this, not just stop with the learning. And you've been a real action taker, and hats off to you for that. And tell us about KPI. Like, how do you feel in terms of staff motivation or the morale, performance? How do you feel a difference kind of before the KPI and after KPI for your business?
The KPI has been mainly introduced for my sales team and my accounts team. So when I give them a KPI for the sales team, I give them a target every month. And everyone is fighting to achieve the target, but in a healthy manner. And I've introduced the oath taking every morning, a prayer in the morning before starting once the shop is opened and after the cleaning is done. So they all take the oath. And the main thing is that I ask them to follow the AFUFA method during the oath taking so that they have the unity among them, which is very important for an organization. When there's no unity, you will not achieve your target or anything. So I insist on them. I give them a pep-up talk every month during the KPI meeting. So boost them to work together, which is very important. And I've been able to achieve that. There's usually a difference of ego between the staff members that arises in every organization. You cannot just change them immediately overnight. But then when you meet them every month and review their performance and talk about those little things where they lose the sale or they're not able to follow up with the customer. So another staff comes and helps them. Then they are able to make up the sale. So I teach them that, and their morale has been increased because of that, and they are able to achieve the sales also during, even in spite of COVID. It is not that during COVID the whole thing is, the world has gone upside down, but still we can make it up. So because of GFI, after joining the GFI and after following the BSB module, I am able to have this confidence. Even in spite of COVID, we can. So that's what I want to insist now here at this point of
Correct,
time.
correct. Okay, fantastic, fantastic, wonderful. Tell us about uh, something for the women entrepreneurs out there. I know it's a family business, but you were like really, really playing a huge role in terms of your business growth as well. And let's say your piece of advice or words of wisdom from you for young budding entrepreneurs or even women entrepreneurs slash people who are running business as family as well. What would you advise them?
I think you should be a real good juggler to be a woman entrepreneur and a housewife or whatever. You have to play your part as a wife, as a daughter-in-law, as a mother, as a sister, and to run the business. It is sometimes very difficult, but then you should have your own self-confidence and you should have your dream, first of all, set in your mind that yes, in spite of everything, my goal is that and I want to achieve that. So have that spirit and everything will work your way. That's what I've been doing and I've been able to make it up.
Wow. Okay. Super.
So be confident. There's nothing to lose, but then everything will take its own course of time. Nothing will happen overnight, but then you should have the consistency, which is very important. The patience.
Absolutely, absolutely. I totally agree with you, totally resonate with you because I feel a lot of people, it's like, people try to go to gym and they try to work out for 2 hours, 3 hours, and then after 1 week, do you see results? No. The key word here is consistency, like you rightly put it spot on. A lot of things that business people lack is consistency. And also you said you need to be a very good juggler. Earlier, people used to say jack of all trades, master of none. But I believe in today's world, you need to be the
You
jack of all
should be a
trades,
jack of all
probably
trades.
master of systems in terms of business. Master the
Right.
systems and then just a little bit of.
And put it in the autopilot mode.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Mm.
Awesome. So what would be your, like I know a lot of members who are joining GFI now, and every week we have got new people coming in. If they are able to just surrender to the system and they believe in the system, it works, because ultimately business is not run by an entrepreneur, it's run by the vision and geared by the system as well. So what would you share as a word of inspiration for fellow members in Growth Foundation International in terms of, do you think, because I have given us kind of a structure like 12 things to implement in your company on a phased manner, and if you have like your own way, like I think you need to start with vision first, no, start with KPI first, or start somewhere, whatever is your piece of inspiration for people, your the message you wanted to share, what would that be?
I really admire all the GFI members who keep posting something or the other in the community. And the main thing, you should have a vision. That vision should be within you. You should convey the vision to your staff and everyone, but then that vision should be the burning fire within you so that you can achieve it with the help of your staff. All of them are doing a great job, and you get inspired with each one's posting, whatever the GFI they post it on. So once you see Ahmed's video, then you feel, okay, why not let me also do one posting like the video posting. But then something still holds me behind. What is the educational video we can put in terms of a retail business with home appliances and things? So that holds me back. But then you get a lot of encouragement from the community. When you start posting, when you see a lot of posts in the community, you get a lot of inspiration and encouragement from the community. So I request all the GFI members to keep posting and it's a sort of inspiration for others to come out of the cocoon.
Awesome. Superb. That's a wonderful advice shared from you as well. You also, in your mail that you written, you also mentioned that you started tracking individual P&Ls for your businesses, different verticals and all that. How do you think in terms of looking at your P&L? Do you think, is there a different impact after BSB, or you've been watching P&Ls before, or is it the same, or is there some kind of a difference after the journey?
I should mention the after going through the BSB module, I'm able to look into the numbers, which you have rightly said. Look into the numbers, play the number game. That gives me a lot of motivation. Just whatever, seeing the profit and loss just for the accounts purpose, and see every year you've got a profit of this much. Rather, how to set a target, how to have a goal, and you have the SSG and SET. Where's your sure shot goal? Where do you want to? So I really admire that formula. I want to implement that. So in every vertical, I should have an SSG and I should work towards that. So that is an inspiration for me after BSB module. And profit and loss, I've been looking into accounts for the past so many years, but then this never stuck me. There is an SSG and you have to work towards that, and how you can achieve so many things if you follow up the SSG module. So that I want to implement it, and I want to achieve the success and through that.
Awesome, awesome. I can already imagine all the wonders you'll be able to do for your business, because you've been handling the accounts, and then now that you're going to be drilling deep towards sure shot goal, breakthrough goal, cost accounting, measuring the pockets,
Yeah.
calculating all the small numbers, that's going to be like really awesome for you. Even a couple of days back, I received a voice note from one of the member. He was saying that, I used to ask a lot of people, when is the right time for me to expand? I'm ready for the next branch, but I don't know if I'm actually ready. When is the right time? And he shared that the GFI journey actually gave me the answer, because right now I have all the data. So I know when I'm actually matured enough or ready to actually take that, next big leap towards expansion as well.
Right. So even I was wondering, we wanted to shift our premises from a small street to a main locality. So as you said in one of the Thirstful Thursdays, it is not just you can keep on adding franchise, you can keep on expanding, but play the number game and then see if it is worth moving. So that makes me still think, is this the right time? Let me create a report. If I move on to the next place, how much should my monthly sales should be, and all that. So if I'm able to answer all that, then yes, I'm ready to move to the next location. So even I'm going through the same thing, and I want to go through this go take this through this BSB journey itself.
Superb. Now you also have that document in handy as well for you, because we recently did a session on investor pitch and business expansion
Right.
proposal and all that. That would have
Yes.
also given you more, right? Now you have all the tools. Even before
Yes.
starting a new branch, you can run the simulation and see, okay, if this is going to be the rent and this is going to be the increase in all the infrastructure, overhead, CTC ratio, then this has got to be the sales, this is the margin, is it matching, not matching, level 1 result, simulation 1, simulation 2, all that you could do, worst case scenario, best case scenario, all that you could do, and take the thing. In fact, one of our members, he used to tell me that this is like a game, and that gives me kind of a happiness, because otherwise I take it too personally, emotionally, and I get stressed out. If this is like a video game, that is how all your formulas tell me, and I look at it as just a pure game, and then take each and every step in a very, very measured manner. Then one last information from you would be, how do you balance? I understand now you're that as family or into business. So how do you make what are your hobbies, and how, do you take time off from work, or how is the work-life balance and balancing between family and work, and how is that?
We do take breaks. Being a business woman, it's easier to take breaks whenever you want. You're not obliged to go through a leave method or whatever it is. So whenever you want to take a break, you take. But then you're able to make up that by working the extras on other ordinary days.
Correct,
So
correct.
my day starts early. As you said, we need to give importance to the health as well. So do take the first step towards exercise in the morning, a walk, a brisk walk. for about 30 minutes. And
Okay.
I've been doing meditation for quite some time. That gives me a lot of spirit. It is meditation which has also helped me to handle everything in a cool, calm manner. I should insist that at this point. So then finish the work at home, then come to office at 11, though it is late for a business person to come at 11, 11:30 to the shop. But then it is like that. I have to manage everything. So I need to give importance to all the aspects. So it takes time. Then work till afternoon, then go home for lunch. As it is a small town, we usually go home and come back. It's not that we have to have a lunch at the office or something like that. So
Okay.
I come back in the evening, take care of all the accounts, then retire early to bed. Early to bed is 11. Is it early?
Again, business wise, it changes for people to people. We cannot
Yeah.
literally say, this is the, bedtime and this is a wake up time. But
Mm.
as long as you're, drawing that energy that is needed for your body to, cope up, develop your
Mm.
immune systems, and like you said, the walking, meditation, if all of that is intact, I think you're on the right track. Plus, in GFI, we also have one of the core values as master health checkup and activity, and the taking care of your health. We
Family
also
time.
we are also looking at a lot of competition in terms of health as well. So lots coming in.
Okay.
So probably when the right experts come in to share information on that, I think that will give more value in terms of the sleep cycle and all that. Wonderful. So your biggest inspiration, business tycoons or business role models, not only in terms of business, generally, who inspires you the most? Some of your favorite books, things that you do really energizes or recharges you. Like where do you run? Where do you turn for positivity?
I've come across I've read so many books, one on Steve Jobs, one on Warren Buffett. So there are some things to take from each book. So there's nothing particular that one role model as such, but whatever is really good in them, I would like to take from every individual. So no role model as such, but then the best of all the best people in the world.
All right, superb. So we're almost winding up our interview, and I'd like to sum up with what would be that one word of, if you have to summarize everything that you have to say in just one simple word, in one line or one word, what would that word be? Like, you just do this, and this is fair enough. This will serve the purpose. This will save you. This is enough for results. And what would that one word or one line be?
Uh, have that burning fire within you.
Awesome.
Just go ahead with that.
Superb.
Never put that fire down. Just
Mm-hmm.
march towards
True,
that.
true, true, true. Absolutely. In fact, couple of chapters in the book that I've written, The 100 Hacks of Business Growth, there's one chapter on be like PM. It's like be the possibility making mission. As an entrepreneur, your job is to be the possibility making mission for your team. When people come with problem, you have to send them back with a possibility. Another chapter on two tools. Literally, I've actually written it this way. Two tools for entrepreneur. One is fuel, the other one is matchstick. Seriously, wherever you go, any meeting that you're part of, you have to basically set people on fire in terms of the zeal, bringing the zeal, because you are the engine of your team. No, if you
Yes.
travel at 100-kilometer speed, your team is probably going to be traveling at 10-kilometer speed. It's like 10 is to
Right.
1. And if you're slowing down, then that's the whole chain kind of slows down. Fantastic. Thank you so much for your wonderful time for this interview, dear viewers. If you want to follow the same methodology that Mrs. Sumitra had followed, and she has really taken her game to the next level and continuing to doing so, you just have to click the link below given in this particular video and join us for our webinar, or directly join into the Growth Foundation International. Find a chapter, find a membership, and skyrocketing growth is waiting for you and your business. Thank you.